Oh, a beautiful sunrise sky, but plenty brisk and cold on this Veterans Day. This was the scene this morning from Kenneth Johnston at Afton. Of course, temperatures were well down in the 20s. We had wind chills in the teens, even some upper single digits. Here's a nice shot from Jack Cameron in Waynesboro as the sun was coming up on this Veterans Day. His temperature this morning down to 24. We had some low 20s as well. And here's a beautiful shot of the sun hitting the mountains there in Wolftown by Diane Eppert. Let's check in on those numbers because basically daytime highs and morning lows roughly 15 degrees below our average for this time of year. Pretty impressive cold snap for early November. 40 the current reading, and yes, we still have a little bit of a wind. It's not going to go completely calm. It'll pick up again tomorrow. Air mass very dry, and while skies are clear currently, more clouds will roll in tonight. 35 at Valley Airport in Weir's Cave, down to 23 this morning, an afternoon high of only 42. So most locations now are at least in the upper 30s to around 40 across central Virginia. We've got some mid to lower 30s across the Shenandoah Valley, and so when you look at the wind chills, 20s in the valley, low to mid 30s here across central Virginia, much colder in the mountains. So while skies are clear currently, we're going to have a batch of cloudiness roll in for several hours the rest of tonight and very early tomorrow morning, but many of those clouds will be out of here by daybreak. But temperatures are still cold, maybe just not quite as cold as this morning. Most of us will be in the upper 20s to low 30s. And then for Wednesday, we're talking about numbers that'll be a lot more seasonable. However, it's offset by the fact we're going to have breezy conditions, so it won't feel like it's in the low 60s, won't feel like it's in the 50s. It'll feel more like it's in the 40s with winds that'll start to pick up again. There we are after sunrise, and we're talking about some 20, 30-plus mile-per-hour winds during the day. So we are going to have some fluctuations with the temperatures the next several days, but that's a lot more November-like in terms of the overall numbers as we come out of this brief cold snap. As we take a look at what's happening, again, you can still see the lake effect snows or lake-enhanced snows downwind of the major lakes. Area of low pressure over eastern Canada, broad counterclockwise circulation around that, obviously unfrozen lake waters. Pretty impressive big snows out to the west, areas like Davis, West Virginia, 13 inches of snow. Canaan Valley, Snowshoe, Abington picked up 2 inches yesterday here in southwest Virginia. And basically the pattern across the lower 48 features a trough in the east and a ridge in the west. And this pattern brought freezing temperatures all the way down to the Gulf and coastal regions early this morning. So this trough begins to lift out, so the temperatures will begin to moderate a bit, but a little bit of wind makes it a little bit cooler. But as we go into Friday and the weekend, we'll see those temperatures come up a little bit more before we cool back down. So there's our clouds here for the overnight period. Then they clear out by morning, upper 20s to mid 30s to start. There we are every Wednesday afternoon, mid 50s to low 60s. We'll start Thursday morning in the 30s, and then Thursday afternoon, mid 50s to around 60, remaining dry much of the week. So 29 to about 35 here tonight. There's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast. Temperatures will fluctuate, but a little bit more November-like as we go through the stretch. And right now, Sunday could be our warmest day in a while, with temperatures at or just above 70 ahead of the next front. That'll cool us down next week, and maybe some rain chances around the Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. We'll watch that over the next several days.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Well, it's been